Right, I've got a bit of a mailbag. I'm using my new phone mount here, which is bolted onto the shelf. So it actually gives me a range of motion now from basically as high as I'd normally go down to lower than I'd normally go. So I can actually get really close on stuff on the bench now. So you know, if I need to, I can just move that down and it's give me close-ups a bit better. So I'm hoping it will come in useful and a bit less messing around trying to get things set up as well. It doesn't tend to swabble around so much. We'll see how we go. As usual, if you're not subscribed already, remember to subscribe and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Right, let's get started. Right, I could use these earlier. Right, so these are some little socket drivers. So you've got the standard hexagonal drive in there for going to a screwdriver, and they 5mm up to 13mm, so 1mm increments. So be very handy. I think I probably wished I'd got these a bit sooner actually. But, one of these things you just do it when you think about it. I'll get them all lined up so I can see them all a bit better. Just fussy like that. There you go. That's a bit nicer. Okay. OCD coming out obviously. Got a bit of a sore throat today, so I actually wasted most of the day. It's been quite bad. Okay, right. This is the hard drive flex cable for a MacBook Pro. The one I haven't published a video for yet. I should do that. And some screws as well, which I also ordered. Yeah, because the hard drive I replaced the hard drive with a SSD and it failed again within a few hours. I had it working and it was all doing fine. Suddenly it just lost the drive and got corrupted. So I suspect the flex cable is probably faulty, so I'm going to replace that. So that's what that's for. Okay, some rather cheap drive cases. They're pretty awful actually, I have to say. They're pretty damn awful. Really flexible. I suppose it'll stop the thing getting scratched, but it's, yeah, badly moulded. It's made out of I think I can scratch it with my fingernails, so it's not polypropylene. I think it's polyethylene. Trying to see if I can see any markings on there to say what it is. I'm pretty sure it's polyethylene. Yeah. Polyethylene and polypropylene are very similar, but the polyethylene, you can scratch polyethylene with your fingernail. Polypropylene you can't. I'm scratching that with my nail, so that's pretty soft. So, right, well, some really cheap drive things. Quality really isn't near, is it? But we're going to do better. They'll be used for something. They were cheap-ish. Just the quality is nowhere near as what I was expecting it to be. Ah, awesome. Right. Some RGB LEDs. So the idea here is to replace the ones on my motorhome which have died pretty much. I had some repair work done recently and they had to peel the strip off a little bit in order to repair some rust on the roof, and where they've peeled it back to, it's broken the strip, and the other side's just got a whole bunch of LEDs that are out. They're just old, need replacing, so I'm going to replace both strips. So here's an RGB strip here. So common positive. That's the way I read it. Let's get power, see what happens. Let's test them out. Power supply is set. Let's drop the voltage down slightly. It's just doing 11 volts. 1 amp. I was going to need more than that. Let's give it 3 amps. Being a long strip, it's probably going to need about that much. So it looks like it's got a common positive. I don't remember how these things actually go. It's been a while since I actually set those things up. So stick a common positive on there. Where's the blue? Red, green. So yeah, they'll work. That's pretty nice purple, isn't it? Red and blue, nice purple. I'll keep that. Cool. And all three together should be a white. Here we go. So yeah, it works alright. What's it doing? 700 millivolts. Sorry, 700 milliamps a line, or 700 milliamps of blue. $900 for the red. $600 for green. So yeah, that's what you expect. Anyway, that one seems to work alright. Right. Then I've got another one in here. I'll check that one out as well, make sure it's okay. Blue, red, and green. I can get the thing to touch. Here we go. Green. The green's a very light green. It's not a very dark green. It's quite interesting. Colours are slightly different to what I'd expect, but that's okay. It's a green. You know, yeah, doesn't matter that much. The purple is actually quite nice. I might look at using it as a running colour. So it's those. Next thing. Let's give it this. Oh, sounds interesting. Some rattling around. Like I said in my other mailbag video I did recently, I've ordered some tools and stuff, so this will be them. Oh, a little bag thing. So another set of bits. So it comes with a little driver. There's a little extension there as well to go onto it. Magnetic. Let's say. Okay, that's a slip shaft. So the shaft itself here doesn't turn, so you can hold on to it, and that's pretty cool. Good. Not bad, eh? It's alright. and it's come with a set of opener bits as well, like levers and stuff for doing phones, and SIM eject card, SIM eject thing as well. Interesting. I'm not quite sure what I'd need that for, but anyway, that's not the intention of this thing. That magnet's a little bit weaker than for my liking, but it's probably fine. Just me being a little bit fussy. I forget which way around it goes. That way. And then on this side, we've got a whole bunch of bits. Now, this is supposed to be a phone kit, I think, or something like that, or electronic service kit, so a bit closer with it. So having sealed the values here, so got 000, posi drive, of course, what you call it, is a couple. It looks like there's two of each. Yeah, there's two of each size. Or those ones anyway. Not all of them. Two of those. So it looks like the ones which are quite common is two of each, which is fine. So you got crossheads, obviously, tri-wing, posi, slots, star, lots of sizes of star all the way up to 20. You got hexagonal bit as well, hex bits. Yep, we've got some triangle bits as well, and a couple of spade bits. These are prongs, I suppose. It's prong bits, and some like little nut drives as well. So all good. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a small drive set, but that's okay. What's this one? I forgot about the packaging. I bought a few different things at once, so I probably got a bit overboard on some of these, but Gong. Okay. Great, how do I get into it? There we go. Right. It's obviously all falling around, but it's basically the same thing again. It's got the same kind of drive, tweezers, a couple of picks, and those as well. Also with a jet tool. This has got a unusual screwdriver. It's got like a collapsing collet on there, and obviously all these bits have all fallen out and gone everywhere. So I don't know. These all now sorting out now. So it's got nut drives as well, and now I'm going to have to sit down and sort them all out because they're all mixed up and a bit of a mess. What's this say? Open? Open what? Open? Oh, right. So it stands up. Here we go. Right, well, you know, I'm going to sort this out. That's going to take a little while. But that's okay. I mean, it's basically the same as the other one. But this is an interesting, like a collet on there instead. I suppose, you know, it won't fall out. So I can see an advantage to that. I'm actually wondering if these are compatible with my other bits actually. So I already have this one, which you may have seen in some of my previous videos. And what I've had issue is that the ratchet is starting to slip. I've put too much stress on it. So let's just have a look to see if these are the same bit sizes. They probably are. Yeah. Well, that's a bit sloppy. Compare that to this one. Same, so it's fine. Yeah, so they're pretty much the same. So I've got a wider range of bits now which I can use. So I've now got 3 different versions of screwdriver and a couple of adapters. Also got some what are these ones? 0.8 star bit. It's like an iPhone one. And So 1.5mm crosshead. Oh, it's on iPhone. So those are iPhone bits. But yeah, that's not bad, is it really? It's okay. I've purchased more things, but I don't think they're all in there. Yeah. And where did this come from? Okay. It's a nice cleaning cloth. Oh yes, I did buy that. That's right. I've forgotten about that. So yeah, the idea of this is to got a notification popped up on my phone. The idea of this is to use that for cleaning screens. It's a nice fine microfiber cloth. It was like $1 or something, so I thought, well, yeah, what the hell, I'll get it. Sure, it'll come in handy. Right, that's it. I think I'm done for now. Yeah. Gratuitous shot. There we go. Here we go. And of course these things. Yeah, whatever. Alright, catch you later. Right, time for mailbag. Now, this is brought to you by a mince and cheese pie. Mince and cheese. Pie. Very nice. Right. Now I can't put this down. That's silly. Right. I'm going to have to come back. Okay, right. Now put it down. Let's start with a little one. Not quite sure what this is. Looks like an interesting shape. I've been buying so much stuff over the past few months. I've lost track of what the hell I've bought and what I'm supposed to be expecting and that kind of thing. I'm not quite sure whether I had to wrap this in plastic as well as in the tube, but okay. CA3140 EZ. Now these are kind of, is it taped? Yes, taped as well. I'm not quite sure what I need that for. These are the proper, well, as close as I can find, op amps for the Ray called Dana 1992. I did a video on not long ago. So I replaced it with a UA741 op amp where the channel 1 or channel A had no input signal going through it. It just wouldn't recognise the signal. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and have a look. That was a couple of weeks ago now, probably. And I used an op amp I had available. You know, this is a closer to the original op amp. Although that seems to work fine with the UA741, I want to put a 3140 in there because at least that's, you know, close to what's supposed to be there. I couldn't find exactly the same one. I just couldn't find any references to the exact model part number. So CA3140EZ, and is the model on there was CA3140E something else. Was it ET or something like that? It was. It still had an E suffix, but it was something else. I'm not quite sure what the difference was. I couldn't find any information about it, so that's what it is. Okay, next thing. This is pretty heavy. I've got an idea what this is. Spanners. Right. This is part of my quest to have some tools in my lab here, instead of just out in the garage. So I'm sick of using pair of pliers or whatever to undo things and do things up, because it's a bit of a bodge and it's not really the right way of doing things. And if you can get another spanner, then you should use a spanner. So this is what that's about. So I've got some these nice little hinging set like this, and that's a ratchet end. So if you need to turn one way, you turn that way, or flip it over and do it the other way. Alright, so that's a 30mm, and I bought everything from, I think, 5mm up, I think it was, or 6mm up, something like that. But different sellers at different prices. So I went to different places to get them. It's 11mm. I mean, it's common as anything to get these Quality, well, who knows, but you know, they're only for a use in here. It's not like I'm dismantling a car with them or anything like that. So they seem okay though. They feel pretty solid, and they're heavy. They don't feel like lightweight metal, so they're pretty dense metal on them. So the ratchets work. You can see these ones are slightly different. These have got 10 engraving. That's laser etched instead, and this one's different again. That's back to this style. So here's a, what's this? Is that a 6 or a 9? Well, that'd be a 9, wouldn't it? Ratchet works. So I did order other sizes as well, but I didn't order them all from the same place because the other sizes were cheaper to get them from somewhere else. So that's an 8. So there you go, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've ordered 6 and 7, definitely. Maybe 5. I can't remember. But certainly 6 and 7, so I'm trying to cover the range. Up to 30mm, because that's about the biggest size I use in here. I think I might have got 14. I'm not sure. Okay. Next one. Come on, where's the end? Oh, come on. Too much tape. Here we go. These are a bit like the ones I purchased the other day. I purchased a couple of sets. And the first set was only metric. And I think, how many sizes do they have? I don't remember. Where are they? These ones I did in previous mailbag. So it was 5mm up to a 13mm. Alright. These are 5mm to 12mm, but it's also got a 5.5, which I thought that could be handy, but it's also Imperial, and those are also very handy to have. They're very tight in there, very tight, but I'm sure that'll loosen up. So you've got 3/16 up to 7/16. So hopefully those will be suitable for some of the stuff I'm doing. It's like those are all the way through. Yeah, they are. So one's pushed in too far. You can't get the other one in. That's fine. Yeah, that's all right. So it's another little set. So I'm sure these Imperial ones come in handy. There's some I did the other day, and I actually wanted an Imperial because the metric was, it fitted, but it was sloppy, and the next size down was too small. So I knew it was Imperial nut, but I didn't have these yet. So now I've got those. Now this, I think I know what this is anyway. Let's find out. Now, as always, I told the eBay seller to pack it very well. However, it's floating around inside the box, which means not packed that well. Because you've got something loose inside the box, it can actually have like a hammer effect, which is how like slide hammers and things like that work. It's a moving weight, right? Same deal, works the same way. And what can happen is you end up with damage anyway. So, come on, out you come. Doesn't want to come out. It's coming there. It's getting there. Oh, sod this. Not messing around like this. Yeah, it's fine. No, it still doesn't want to come out. Oh my god. What have I done? Glued it in? Right. Just making sure it's not got my address on the front of it or something. Alright. Okay. Let's have a look. Well, I mean, yeah, look, there's no protection at all. It's in a plastic bag. What protection is that? It's got protection on two sides, barely. That's pretty crap packaging, isn't it? But even when I specifically said pack it well, what protection is a plastic bag gonna give, for fuck's sake? Sorry for language, but yeah, that pisses me off, especially when I've given specific instruction to do it properly. Right, Extron ADA4 300MX. Now you may have seen this around, there's videos around of these things. This bloody mess there. Basically, these are video distribution amplifiers. Now the reason I purchased this is that I did already have this one I purchased previously, but it didn't work for the purpose I had for it, right? Which is a distribution of my 10 megahertz rubidium standard into all my gear, right? So my plan was actually to build that and the actual rubidium into one box and just have one unit, right? Anyway, that didn't work. So the rubidium works fine, but the that splitter just didn't do the job. It just no output. So I thought, right, okay, I know other people have used these, so go and buy one of these. Why not? Multi-purpose, multi-voltage input. So even if it didn't have that, I'd probably it's probably 12 volt or something inside anyway. Might be a split rail supply or something like that. And connection diagram for hooking up gear, but I'm not using it in this particular circumstance anyway. It doesn't matter. So the idea here is obviously to hook up my rubidium to one of these inputs and one of them, and split it out. I might have to go like in here and out from there to there, and so give me 7 outputs, which would be ample. But 4 is probably enough, actually, to be honest. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 is probably enough, actually. I've got 3 devices here which are on my bench all the time, which need outputs. So that gives me 1 spare, which I can use for other testing. So that's probably enough. If I need to, I can always link it to one of these and output 4 more. I think I will need to modify this to 50 ohms, but I'll see what the output is like and stuff like that first on that and see how it handles it. But it may not be necessary. I know it's I'm supposed to do, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so that's the mailbag, and my pie is going cold. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. So I thought I'd just add a little bit onto this. I thought I'd open this up and have a look inside, because why not? I'm not sure if this has been shown on other videos. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't turned it on yet. Open up, have a look. And there's a sticker here which is something. I don't know, maybe there's a voltage selector inside. I want to make sure of that before I do try and power it up. Okay, it's got a little label on the side, let's cut through that. It's very heavy. That's because it's got the power supply on it. Alright. Interesting, the power supply's on the top. So unplug this, get some space. Come on, let you can. There we go. That fits one way around. Alright, so here we go. So the power supply connector comes in to this board. AC input. No fuse. Mind you, it's in the it's in here instead, so that's fine. Links. Here we go. Voltage settings. B to D. So now I'm a bit confused by this layout. Interesting. So this has got 120 volts, motors A to B, which it is, and I guess that means C to D as well. Though that doesn't seem to be on the same line, I'm guessing that means that too. So 240 volt must be B to D only. So it means I'll take these links out before I power it up. Good thing I checked that, isn't it? So I'm just going to cut this. I'm not going to do too much. Cut it there. See, it's diagonal. B to D. Make sure I'm cutting the right one. Alright, and I'll just bring them around like so. Here we go. Nice and easy. Interesting setup. I haven't seen one like that before, but hey, that's alright. Capacitor feels fine. Those ones down there, they look okay. No signs of any issues with them, so it's fine. Looks like it's got some bodges on the back of the board here, which is always interesting. Diode there was just there, diode there. I hope it's like a repurposed power supply from something else, but mind you, then again, it's got their name on it, so yeah, who knows. And here we have adjustments on the inputs with jumpers. Does that lift out? It does. Look at that. Okay, this makes this a bit easier. So, don't drop it, it'd be good. This jumper doesn't say what it does. Just has jumpers. I'm guessing there's some information somewhere about what these are for. You have to wonder. Anyway, more caps, which also look okay visually. And these can't quite see. I'm just trying to see if the if those are the load resistors. Well, there's only two there, so probably not. It's probably something else. It's interesting that one's not there. Seems like these are very optional things. Jumpers here too, and something else missing. Jumpers everywhere, always missing. AC/DC coupling, is that what they're for? Input AC/DC coupling. Ah, okay. Little labels just there. So I'll bring this up a bit closer to the camera so we can see. Right. So here we go. So do I want AC or DC coupling? I don't know. I guess I'll find out what the quality looks like when I actually hook the thing up. So that's enough of that for now. I'm not going to go too much further into that for this video. So I'd show what the inside looks like. Makes it a tear down too, doesn't it? Yeah? Awesome. Catch you later. Alright, so back on this, and I just noticed something, right? When I had it apart, I had trouble getting the back panel out. The back panel, it wouldn't slide up because I obviously had to pull it apart to change the voltage setting for this to go to 240 volt, right? And I was looking at it thinking, and I looked at the end, just happened to look at the end of it, and the plate is all bent. It's like this. So you can see that slot is supposed to be in. The corners are in, the middle's not. The back is all this is all bent, right? Okay, that's strange. I would have not missed out on the listing, surely. So I went back to the listing, had a look. This isn't the unit that was in the listing pictures. The bastards tried to rip me off. So it's got a serial number sticker here, that's not in the listing. It's got this pin marking here, that's not in the listing. It's got this grinding on the top of the case here where something's been ground off it. That's not in the picture. It's got a sticker here, yes, but the sticker in the picture is not the same sticker. It's a different sticker, and it's dead square and stuff like that. These marks aren't on it. All right, these dings on the corners aren't on it. So this item isn't the one that was pictured in the eBay listing. The guy has tried to rip me off, and that doesn't go very well. So I'm going to be refusing. I'm going to go back to them and say, look, you've ripped me off. You sent me a different item to what you said you're selling. I want a full refund, and I'm keeping the unit. I powered it up just now, and it does actually work. Although I may have repaired it in the process because I noticed that the power plug was on the board on the back there was all wonky, and it looked like the soldering wasn't great. So I actually just touched it up while I was in there, and you can see the side here's dinged in as well. So he's got a ding there. You know, and that's not in the picture. But anyway, so I may have actually fixed it in the process of trying to figure out what's going on. But I mean, it's got a big ding here as well. That's not in the picture. You know, they sent me a crappy one, which is in much worse condition than the one that was in the listing. So I'm going to be trying to get money back for this. Hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. So the seller's name, I'm going to tell you this if I can find it. Hold on, I'll load it back up again. I'm going to tell you who it is so you don't deal with them. And if you happen to be a subscriber, shame on you. Where are we? Healing Mass, right? Healing Mass is the guy's, well, the person's username on eBay. Got 100% feedback, not for much bloody longer. And that's HEALingMass. And he got 2,728 feedback. So you think from the face of it, you know, they'd be a good trader, right? No. Can't rip me off. I'm put up with that shit. So, yeah, I'm going to be getting money back for this. So if you happen to be on eBay and you see something by this guy, don't buy it. Or do so at your own risk, you know, really much so, more than normal, because obviously you're sending stuff which isn't valid. They've got these stickers on to protect themselves, so if you open it up, there's no warranty on it. Well, how am I supposed to change the voltage if I don't open it up? So technically I avoided the warranty they're going to give me on this, because I had to change the voltage in order in my power supply. You know, my main supply here 240 volts, instead 120. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Not happy. So I thought I'd just do that. Catch you later.